What up, y'all? So for the next episode, we're talking reopening. And I have my man, Joey Moranta of Dyckman Express and 809. Joey, my brother, how you doing, man?
I'm doing well. I'm doing very well. How about you, Len? Thank you for having me.
Thank you, thank you. You know, as the reopening, right, it's been 3 months. It was 3 months since I saw my mom, right? Like, how has it been for you on the front lines in the business?
You know, this is uncharted waters, right? So throughout this, you know, we've had to call a significant amount of audibles and trying to figure out how to go through this terrain. That's unprecedented, and do our best, you know, to mitigate the potential loss in business, and do our best to get through these tough times. You know, had to get really innovative and think outside of the box, which we've done our best to do. You know, and keep our best interests of our employees in mind.
And what I've really liked, though, you know, it's funny you say thinking out the box because you do have the business, but I know you guys were also feeding senior citizens throughout the whole thing, right? Can you tell us a little bit more about that?
Before we started this program, which we'll make a week on Saturday, we were working with Somos. We were fortunate to be part of a program preparing meals Monday through Saturdays, a large number of meals. That program ended, and we were fortunate enough to jump right into another program with UMG, Uptown Group, which a few restaurants are actually fortunate to take a part of. And the meals now are being purchased by the city, and they're being given to seniors, many of which aren't able to afford them or can't leave their homes. We provide them with meals for 3 separate days. So they get, for instance, the individuals who got meals delivered today receive meals for 3 days, breakfast, lunch, dinner. You know, and it's great to be a part of something like this. It gives us the opportunity to be part of a solution, helping people out, and also to, as we mentioned before, mitigate some of the losses that we had, because this is something that we're paid for, and we're able to unfurlough some of our staff and bring them in and help them out as well.
So this week is phase 2, right? What does phase 2 mean for your businesses?
With all of this, as I mentioned, with being kind of new terrain, you kind of have to figure out in the moment how you're going to manage this, right? So immediately in phase 2, I think it's a great plan, and it helps a multitude of places, of establishments, figure out ways to get new dining customers and fill a void. We're not able to necessarily jump right into that right away because of what we're doing now, right? We have this obligation and this opportunity in which we're dealing with. So that's not something that we're going to just jump into right off the bat. But, you know, as things start to roll out, we'll figure out with what's accessible to us, meaning like what's allowed, and what we're going to do. So what phase 2 means to us right now, we see things loosening up, and we know that from what I've seen now, phase 3 is looking like July 6th, which establishments will be ready to open at 50% capacity, which is what I think a lot of people kind of expected. In Dyckman Express, we're probably going to roll that out immediately. 809, I'm not too sure yet. You know, we still kind of again manage this terrain and consider where we are now, what we're doing.
I remember when on social media, the idea of 809 closing came out. It was crazy, right? Like the whole Uptown lost his mind because, you know, I love Dyckman Express. But 809 is like different in the sense that I had so many cool events there. It means so much of the arts, culture, and business. So can you just give us what's 809? What's going on?
I'm glad I'm able to address that. You know, in 809, of course, it was kind of bittersweet because you were able to see people's reaction to the news, right? I guess the bitter part was that, you know, you had something that was potentially taken out of context. My father had spoke about how that was a real possibility, which it is. You know, I think for a lot of places, and you look throughout the country, some of the places, the many in which had to close down because of these circumstances. They're almost unbearable in some instances. You know, and a lot of people took that and ran with it and said that we were closing down indefinitely. You know, again, that possibility exists for everyone. You're talking about an industry which is hard to survive in
normal times,
in normal circumstances, right? So you throw in COVID, you know, it's even going to get tougher. And yeah, we're doing everything within our powers to prevent that from being a possibility. We know what 809, well, people let us know what 809 means to the community, And, you know, my father's very active in the community for a significant amount of time. So we would hate for that to be the case, you know, which is why I mentioned we're doing our best and everything within our power to prevent that from being a possibility. You know, we would hate for that to happen.
So there's no date yet for when it will finally reopen. We don't have that yet.
Nothing set in stone, no.
Gotcha.
But we're working through this. You know, we're working through this. We're fortunate enough to take part of some grants. You know, for Dyckman Express and some of my other family businesses. I'm helping out a total of 4 businesses. You know, we have Dyckman Express. We have 809. My uncle owns a grocery store in the corner, which has been there predating both of those businesses, Dyckman Express and 809. And my other uncle owns a refrigeration on 170th in Amsterdam. And, you know, I've been doing everything I can to kind of help us through this time, you know, whether it's through grants and loans and resources that we have at our disposal that they're not necessarily too keen to getting.
Well, Joey, man, my brother, thank you so much, man. We really appreciate your time. And I know you're going to keep up that good fight because that's what Dominicans do, right? That's what we're born to do, man. So I'll see you on Dyckman, my brother. Thank you so much.
You,
and I always end my segment with spread love is the Uptown way. Mino, take it away. Much love, y'all.
Thank you, man.